Coach Belinda Vinton, and the Senior Director of Member Engagement and Healthy Living, Teresa Horn. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
great
for having us.
Yeah, great to have you here. Because this month is Parkinson's Awareness Month. And Rocksteady Boxing has been miraculous for Parkinson's patients.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're celebrating our 8th anniversary. This is 8 years of Rocksteady Boxing at the Jackson YMCA. So the celebration taking place this week on April 10th will be in honor of World Parkinson's Day, which is on April 11th. We'll celebrate a day early with our birthday party, so the big 8.
And you do Rocksteady Boxing at the Summit branch, right?
Yes, we are at the Summit branch. All of our Parkinson's programs right now are out at the Summit branch. So we have Rocksteady Boxing twice a week. Pedaling for Parkinson's is another program that we have, a cycling class that meets twice a week. But we're we feel like we're bringing hope to some people who are struggling with a devastating disease, and it's been proven that forced intense exercise helps to slow the progression of their symptoms. And I mean, these guys are amazing how hard they work in class.
What is it about boxing and cycling that helps Parkinson's patients?
Well, I think with the cycling, we're building leg strength and cardio stamina. So they're working a lot. It's a interval ride, so it's a minute of work and a minute of recovery, but it's really working leg strength and cardiovascular stuff. When we get to Rocksteady Boxing, we do box in class, which is our a forced intense exercise. It's non-contact; they're not boxing each other, right? But we've got heavy bags and speed bags, and so they're really working hard at that eye-hand coordination. But at the same time, we're working functional things too. So, I mean, we're practicing dexterity, we're working on balance, we're working their core. So there's so many different symptoms of Parkinson's that we're trying to combat with Rocksteady Boxing. So it's a lot more than just boxing.
It's got to be great, Teresa, to be able to offer programs for specific segments of the population that might never have been going to the Y before, but are now being able to get some relief and some improvement through a program like this.
It absolutely is. And one of the things that I love about Rocksteady and pedaling is that movement, right? The Y is kind of known for exercise and movement. And Rocksteady and pedaling both feature those. And when Belinda talked about the different things that Rocksteady helps with, the rhythm of cycling and the rhythm of boxing is something that I find so interesting that it just, we can key into that. And you can see, like when people are hitting a speed bag, you can see it's like a light switch, almost like once that rhythm, and they just start, and you're just like, wow, it is amazing. They are just amazing to interact with. Love them so much. I used to be able to get over there a lot more and miss them. They are so motivational and encouraging and inspiring. They're dealing with something that's just so hard, and they're always so encouraging. Like you leave and you're like encouraged about your life. They're just amazing. And so Thursday, everyone can come out and participate. Because my thought is there are probably some people out there who are wondering, like, what would it be like? They might be intimidating. So Thursday will be a really good time to stop by and just kind of see what it's about.
I guess one of the things that I think about is that it's so hard for these people to make it to the Y. It's a struggle to physically get there. They might need someone to drive them.
For sure.
And they're afraid they're going to fall because that's what they worry about all the time.
Right.
And they keep coming back.
Right. And I think, one of the things that I really stress to new people too when they call and are inquiring about our program is it's the family aspect of all being together. And you maybe with that diagnosis you feel kind of isolated and depressed, and then you get together with all of these people. We just had someone come in to visit last week, and he looked around, he said, there's so many of you. I said, yeah, and you thought you were all alone, but we're all together, one big family, and such a positive group. So,
Do we have any idea on how many people are affected by Parkinson's?
according to the Rock Steady Boxing website, there are 90,000 people diagnosed with Parkinson's a year.
Wow.
And so we're just one little corner of the world doing the best that we can to help them fight back.
Well, we were talking before the show about Kirk Gibson, who's made it public that he has Parkinson's, and there's someone that was elite athlete for so long, and I think it's a demonstration it could happen to anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's not really any firm science that shows like people that were exposed to this might end up with Parkinson's or you know, it just doesn't, there's not a true connection to anything, so it's very hard to know.
Do you think there are a lot of people out there in our community that have Parkinson's that have no idea about this or haven't really?
I think it does happen,
Yeah.
right? And we've sometimes it's hard to, you know, see someone and think like, I wonder if they've talked to their doctor. You know, we see a few symptomatic things, but we've had the neurologists in town. Some of them have been great at promoting us and, you know, getting people right to us. Physical therapists, occupational therapists that are, you know, getting the word out and helping get people connected to the YMCA.
Yeah. And that's why we want Thursday for people who are curious or they think, you know, I might have this going on, just to come and see the program, and then we can refer them to, you know, maybe you should go see your doctor because that is kind of looking
a possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
And it really works.
Right. It's, I mean, if you, you know, you could talk to any of our boxers, I'm sure they would tell you how important the program is to them, and they don't like to miss. I mean, we have some that have perfect attendance.
Yeah, they do.
Good days and bad days, they're there.
All right, well, here's a couple of shots from the Rock Steady Boxing Studio.
That's Julia Wall. She's the head of the Michigan Parkinson's Foundation. She came to speak at our support group. So it was nice to have her there. Oh, some of our fun little activities. You never know what you're going to do when you come to Rock Steady Boxing.
Yeah. Because the program is boxing, but like Belinda said, we work on so many things like everyday skills. So, you know, they were probably working on getting through tight places.
Right.
And
balance and...
Yeah, I see Rick Kraft, who was one of the very first people, and I think he and his wife Debbie, they brought Rock Steady Boxing to Jackson.
Yep. Debbie saw a special on 60 Minutes, I think, with Leslie Stahl, and she said, we need this. And she approached Maylin Pratt and the Jackson YMCA, and they got the ball rolling. So that 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's a lot of people that are doing it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we have about, 32?
I think on our roster, and we
Enrolled.
average, you know, 22 per class. Keep them all busy.
You've got to have some great success testimonials from people in your class.
Right, and I think, you know, as much as anything, it's just the camaraderie of the group. They love to be together. They don't want to, you know, we at one point in time had 2 separate classes and that went back to back, but they like to be together. They, you know, we can make modifications for different people. We can push people that need to be pushed, but we can, you know, we make it work for everybody.
Yeah. We have an amazing group of coaches, though Belinda is obviously one of them. Lisa was in the pictures. We have amazing coaches who work really hard to make sure that their classes are balanced with everything that our boxers need. And then we have volunteers, you know, who, you know, you talk about people being concerned about falling. So we have volunteers there who are, you know, kind of spotting people, making sure that everybody is included, because, you know, we have different range of abilities in class. So some people might be in a wheelchair, so they can't do some things. So we'll have a volunteer that will work with them to make sure that they get movement in, everybody's doing something. So it's a really great group.
Yeah, it's a progressive disease.
Right.
Yes. It is, yeah. So we'll have people there who like you can't really see symptoms yet, who are really knocking everything out, and we're like figuring out what can we add to the give them a heavy
To
belt,
challenge them more,
Yeah.
right?
And then some who are just doing really light things.
And everyone can come to the open house on Thursday.
Yes,
1:15 to 2:45. Love to see you.
we'd love to see you.
Well, great that you offer this in our community, and thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
It's a Knockout Parkinson's event this Thursday at the Summit branch of the Jackson YMCA. Thanks to Coach Belinda Vinton and Senior Director of Member Engagement and Healthy Living, Teresa Horn.